Hello friends and fans, this is Defense Greece. In today's episode we will cover Aegean Flames introduction. This command live scenario depicts on real events and facts. About this scenario covers naval engagement between Greece and Turkey. Actually, this scenario released on June 2020, and on August 2020 the two fleets were very close to real live fire south of Castellorizo area. Castellorizo area also is a conflict zone because Greece and Turkey haven't yet agreed on exclusive economic zone limits. Let's have a look at the scenario. In the description it covers with more details about the historical disputes between the two countries. The main in this picture you can see also orc race. The main rivals in Eastern Med are Greece, Turkey and Cyprus. So this scenario covers all three of them. And also the northern part of Cyprus, which is illegally occupied by Turkey. You can see the historic, let's say, some historic facts and dates. Also the Turkish-Libya agreement gave many hopes to Turkey to extend their exclusive economic zone. I will not cover as much as for the political aspect of this scenario, as more of a playthrough through command. Anyone interested can also give a look here, and also they can also check Greek NFA and Turkish Ministry of Foreign Affairs and decide which one is right or wrong. Okay, so this scenario starts with a dilemma on Greeks. Either in this scenario Turkey has deployed their two drilling ships south of Cyprus, east of Cyprus and west of Cyprus, and also they have deployed orc race south of Castellorizo, as it happened also in real life. So the situation escalated, and the two countries came to, let's say, war. It's not an all-out war from start. You have a choice when to attack. You can play either as Greek side or Turkish side. It's up to you. We'll play as Greek side for obvious reason. This also scenario was created. I was one of the designers. Also some other guys helped. They are credits to them here at the end of the description. They were very helpful creating and play testing the scenario. Actually we did we did it like in agile mode with continuous integration and fixes. So we in the end we did around 80 to 100 versions, and the final one was released on June 2020. Okay, so let's have a closer look. Okay, you can play either as Turkey or as Greece, it's up to you. There are different objectives for both sides, quite different. It's not only to control an area, but to hit some, let's say, key industrial targets. Okay. There's also a detailed briefing on each side. These are our main objective: eliminate Yavuz and Fatrih sea oil drilling platforms near Cyprus. It's those areas. We will also see it with more detail. Eliminate Barbaros and Oruch rates research vessels. We have also at our disposal some ground units. We'll see how to use them. Also we have been granted permission to hit major military land-based targets in Turkey. It's up to us. There are some bonus missions, and also there are in this scenario some S-400 battalions, the infamous S-400 Triumph, which Turkey acquired. One of them is in Ankara and the other is unknown, maybe north of Cyprus. We'll see, we will try to find out and detect it. There's also some industrial facilities like oil refineries or some military complexes, Fortusas and Rocketsans. Those are valid targets. Total time to accomplish is 36 hours. Okay, we will not try to play it, let's say, in real time. We'll cover some missions. I will try to keep them short in order for you not to get bored, and also we should avoid any collateral damage and any civilian casualties, because this, let's say, reduces our victory points in the end. Our friendly there is also a very detailed order of battle. The Greek fleet is, let's say, divided into some surface attack groups. We'll try to use them very wisely. There is also some fast attack crafts that can be used independently, or some patrol vessels like Mahitis. There are also some coastal batteries, Exocet, in North Aegean and also Cyprus. Some submarines, of course. We will use also some Ep submarines. They rely on fuel cells to remain stealthy and quiet. We have also some C-130 in electronic warfare role. They use 80s technology, not very modern, but might help our forces. It depends. Actually, we used in the scenario some Israeli compass core, I think. Some Mirage with exosets and also Scarp BGs. On 2020 we didn't have any Rafales. Also, even today we have only 6 of them, and by end of the year only 12 of them. They're not yet operational. Probably by end of 2023 they will become fully operational, but so we decided not to use them in this scenario. Despite that fact, there are some very modern F-16s, Block 52 Plus. They can use some HARM anti-radar missiles, laser-guided bombs, JSOs, and also Maverick missiles. We can also use a Recon pod, not only for recon but also for battle damage assessment. There are also some venerable F4 phantoms in Andravida. Andravida is somewhere here. It's one of the two Air Force bases. And there are also some Skyrovas on the islands, and also some MLRS launchers placed preemptively on that islands. We can use them either to hit industrial targets or to hit in anti-artillery role. There's also some special ops teams, especially from OIC, in various locations. I will try to cover them briefly. Also some book missiles, some Grad launchers. There are also detailed order of battle for the enemy forces. They have quite numerous frigate fleet. It comprises of either MECO or Peri major classes. Also there are some French corvettes, A69, and also some indigenous corvettes like ADA. Same also for FAC, fast attack crafts. You have a complete list of the forces. For those that are not familiar with Greek or Turkish arsenal, this info might prove valuable. Also some harpies could be used, and also some, this is especially a very dangerous weapon, some ballistic missiles, Gildirim, and also some Kasigra MLRS. This one Turkish army has in quite big numbers, and also they have quite good range, so we'll see how they might use them. Okay. Let's begin. Okay, so our forces are the whole theater is from Israel to Evros. There is a river here, Evros. Here is also Bulgaria, so it's a vast area. Let's have a look. Let's start, and let's have a look at our forces. Okay, here is Hydra SAG Group 3. We have 3 frigates. Actually 2 frigates, one MECO and one Cortenar or S-class, and also a Combattante 3B fast attack craft. Those forces are near southeast of Cyprus. There is also a Type 14 submarine, Papankolis class. This is a very stealthy and modern submarine, and their target here is the Yavuz sea drilling ship. Let's say that Turkish forces decided to, let's say, ignore completely the Cyprus and try to use those drilling ships to do some to exploit natural resources like gas and oil. We also have here P3B Orion. Let's try to open the radar. Okay, so here it seems that near Fatih platform there are some vessels. some FCRs, so probably we have some bearings on those vessels at this direction. We don't have a very complete range, so it's quite ambiguous. Sorry. Here we have also a Machitis OPV, it's patrolling the area. Also Castellorizo is here. So probably south of Castellorizo, probably around here we see some, if you see the contact report, you see some FCR. These FCRs are used from military vessels, frigates, fast attack craft. This one, especially this type, is used by A69 corvette of Turkey. Okay, let's see also. I see also here some Smart S, also probably some Mada class. Also these areas here are, let's say, red zones for us, so if we violate these areas in the scenario, it will be considered like an act of war, as depicted in the briefing. We'll try either to use submarines to remain undetected, or let's say we'll even violate this area and try to see what happens. Also here is a bigger subgroup. As you can see, there are 2 frigates, 3 fast attack crafts, one of them also is a very modern one, Super Vita. They have also some Exocet Block 3C missiles here. They have quite a big range, 100 nautical miles. Also a CIWS RAM. This might help also vessels that are near. Let's see. Okay. Also in every airfield we have some in forward operating base like Santorini. Okay, we have some UAVs, some F-16s also for CAP missions. Here also in Castelli we have some helicopters, Copmascol. Okay. Here we have also some F-16s. There are some modern weapons like paveways, JSO missiles, also some Heron UAVs. These are Israelis from Greek side. We have 3 systems. Each system have more than one UAV, so we could expect something like maybe 6 or 9 UAVs. Actually, Suda is a heavily loaded airbase with many 2 squadrons of F-16s. We have also an S-300 battalion that is used to provide air cover. So the exodus of the fleet, especially the SAG-2 group, will be covered here, and part of it will for the Hydra 1 SAG. There are also some Hawk batteries, some Patriot missiles here. You can see the whole order of battle from this not here, sorry, from here. Also some ground units. Okay, here is also a heavily fortified island, Lesbos. You can see many main battle tanks. Those are used only for defense purposes. There are also some, let's say, SPAG. These are Stinger based, Astrad Hellas. They are named in Greece. They have 4 Stingers, each one of them, ready to engage. And also they can be used in passive mode, which is quite helpful. There are also some some Zu-23. It's a sort of SPAG. They use BMP-1 as basis. Probably those ones are also donated to Ukraine as well. Around 40 to 50 was the, let's say, final target, but around 40 of them are already converted. But in this scenario it's in 2020, so there are also some Exocet coastal based batteries. Here also it's a very well defended. Here is the exodus of the Turkish fleet. Also Izmir is the, let's say, main base of Turkish Marines, so they can either board on these ships here on Izmir or also to other locations, but in any case we use this one for simplicity reasons. Also, okay, here is also a SAG group. I don't know if we should use it as to counter any attempt of Turkish fleet to land on the Chios or Lesbos island, or the forces nearby are sufficient. We'll see about this. Probably we'll try to use it as a backup force, and either to counter the Turkish naval fleet near this area, or let's say to blockade this passage, the exodus of the Turkish fleet. Here we see okay. Here is prepositioned also during times of crisis. Okay, probably both countries will try to preposition, especially in day -1 in case of war. They will try to preposition some spec ops units inside enemy territory. We usually also one thing here in this island. Here we see an emission. Actually, it's detected by some ESM, probably some Greek vessel. We'll see. Probably we'll have some better resolution, especially when our REI M145 IUNC aircraft take off. Also Also here in Thessaloniki there are some units, some F-16s, mainly for QRA purposes. We could expect either an attack course of Turkish Air Force from here to strike Larissa and Achialos, either through here Central Aegean. We will see about this. We'll try to defend as much area as possible, but in some cases we will also let enemy to, let's say, come closer, or maybe in kill zones. In Skiros, for example, we have some very good air defenses. There are some OSA battery, some also a Patriot battery and a Skyguard, so it's a heavily defended island. Okay, so let's give it some time. In this episode we will not do any recon, but in the next episode we will do some recon using either UAVs or Kiowa helicopters like this one in Chios. Let's also launch this Pegasus UAV. We'll also place it around here to cover the exodus of the Turkish fleet. So let's see. There are also some commercial vessels, some civil vessels, so it wouldn't be very wise just to hit unidentified targets. This one or this one, maybe they are commercial vessels, and probably something around. We see some helicopters here. We're not sure if they departed from which vessel, so we'll try to have a closer look. Also, let's try to use Paphos. We don't have any aircraft here, any fighters, but we have placed some UAVs. There are also some missions for UAV support. There are also some Hind, and we have also sent some Apaches. We cannot use them directly against frigates or fast attack crafts, but maybe as a beta strike force. We'll see. So let's see here our missions. Okay, there are some pre-designed missions. You can either delete it as a user or maybe use them. It's up to you. There are also some unassigned units at your disposal in any case, like F4 Phantoms for strike missions or F-16s. Here on Camp Crete we have I think 9 aircraft assigned, so one flight Tango is already on course. They will take off in a few minutes probably. Let's have a look. Okay, some Heron UAVs also are taking off with them. Also we have some cap in Kykladas and also Central Aegean. There are with sidewinders and also AMRAAMs. Around in 27 seconds also Pegasus will take off. So let's have a look from Skiros. Okay, this is the Cap Skiros. Let's change a bit the points. It's a big area, but there are two. This is the patrol area, Central Aegean, and this is the persecution area. So in case that some hostile aircraft enters this area, it will be engaged by these aircrafts. Okay, interesting that we can assign also satellites in this new version of command. That might be quite useful in future scenarios. Okay, our UAV have taken off. Call sign Black Knight. Let's send it here. You can either put every unit in missions, or you can also assign manually the plot course, especially for patrol vessels. Let's use medium altitude. Let's also okay, since there are only civilian vessels here, we will try to use full speed for our submarine. It's in shallow water. When we are closing this area, and especially if the enemy vessels, enemy frigates or FACTS are covering this area, we will reduce speed of Glafkos to remain undetected. Here I will leave it in creep speed in any case. Let's also place it here. Okay, one very interesting also feature of command, it's not a feature, let's say integration, is the use of the tag view. It helps you a lot for debriefing, and it's a very good also visualization in any case. Here is our UAV. It's flying towards its course between Lesbos and Chios. Okay, this is interesting. Here, this radar site, this detected by our, let's say, electronic warfare suite of these Falcons. They are also quite modern. They have ASPIS 2 electronic warfare suite. It has either ALQ 187 jammer or this radar warning receiver ALR93. Actually, this is an upgraded version, it's not quite early 1980s. They have also some a very capable radar, even if it's mechanically scanned. So this radar is, let's say, this emission is detected by this 90 miles away. Also we see here some wrap here. This is also detected by strike 1. What is the strike 1? Not sure. Let's see. This aircraft. It's detected by this aircraft. We don't have the exact location, but we have, let's say, an estimate. If you see here, also here still you don't have the exact location. It's around 6 nautical miles big, so it's not a track quality to send maybe a hard missile, but it gives you some good warning to avoid this sum. That's all for today. In the next episode we will cover more in depth about first Recon opening moves. We'll send also more UAVs and also try to, let's say, come closer to enemy forces and maybe plan our strike force. Okay. So that's all for today, and if you have any comments or any proposals, please leave a comment on the video or send me an email. My mail is defensegreece@gmail.com. Sorry. So we will continue on the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a nice CMO also evening. Bye bye.